is the Cyberpunk 2077 new update worth playing? The hyped 2.0 free update has now been released, which promises to drastically improve the game in many areas before the release of the Phantom Liberty paid DLC. But does it do enough? And is Cyberpunk finally worth playing? Let's find out. If you would also like to see a no BS breakdown of the Phantom Liberty DLC when it does release, and my honest thoughts on whether you should spend your hard-earned cash on it or not, just go ahead and like the video. So what changes have actually been made? Firstly, huge credit for not just putting all these changes in the paid DLC, which a lot of companies probably would do these days. A lot of these changes have been put into the 2.0 free update. So let's dive into this. Improved police. This was promoted the most out of all the features in this free update. Beforehand, the police in this game was beyond awful. You can commit a terrible crime, like shagging someone's dog, and get away from the cops with ease. Before, they didn't even bother chasing you in a cop car, for Christ's sake, and it always felt very lazy and unfinished. Now, when you first commit crimes, the police show up at the scene trying to figure out what happens, and they only engage if the action is still happening. The police AI revamp also extends to vehicle combat, which was much needed. In car chases, the police will employ actual tactics against you to try and stop your car, like T-boning and running you off the road. It's a huge improvement over the original game, and on higher wanted levels, it's actually quite difficult to escape the police, and the chases are actually quite fun, thanks to the vehicle combat mechanic as well. So yes, the police in this game are miles better. Improved graphics. This seems to be promised in every Cyberpunk update, but yes, the visuals, especially on PC, do make the game look better than before. There is a new Nvidia driver you should download beforehand if you're on PC to be able to experience these graphics, and I cannot deny the fact this game looks pretty amazing, although it will require some pretty beefy hardware to get the game running this well and also looking this damn good. There is also a new miles per hour gauge, which is quite a nice touch. I always like to see this. And I also noticed that cars in the game now have pops and bangs, and because of this, you are going to want to blare it under a tunnel and give it large so you can hear those pops and bangs. At least it makes some of the sports cars feel a bit more aggressive. 3 new radio stations. I always like it when more content is added to a game without having to pay a dime, so this is quite good. 3 new stations are much appreciated, and I wasn't really a massive fan of the radio stations in this game beforehand, not gonna lie. Didn't really find myself dancing to the beat, but whether you like the new songs or not is going to be subjective, but you cannot go wrong with new content that has been added. Improved and more challenging AI combat. The AI in this game was as dumb as a pissing doornail most of the time. This new update supposedly makes enemies more challenging and also not act so lifelessly as seen before. Different types of enemies are marked uniquely to help you tell them apart and should be more difficult to beat. You also see the police fight AI on the streets more often, and not all the NPCs will react the same now if you shove a gun in their face, which is great to see. Enemies are slightly more challenging in a good way, and it's great to see that the NPC intelligence has been improved slightly. Although it's nothing to write home about. Don't expect to walk into Einstein on the street, that's for sure. They're still as dumb as fuck. One thing I did notice, which was kinda weird, whilst driving around, NPC cars would violently brake at red lights a lot. No idea why, looks really strange, some sort of bug, and it does happen quite frequently. Nothing major though. Vehicle combat. The weapon mounted vehicles and special vehicle gigs require you to purchase the Phantom Liberty expansion, but update 2.0 does expand vehicle combat. You can shoot out the window with your guns and also swing melee weapons whilst riding bikes. It's good, but clunky at first, and it's a bit annoying that you cannot accelerate while shooting, but it is fun to do this during police chases. And this really isn't anything new, as we've seen this in many other games like GTA, but it's still nice to have. So does this update make Cyberpunk worth playing? So my honest take on this, if you hated the game before, I don't think this update will change your mind. If you only found it slightly piss poor, yes, the changes here definitely improve and polish up the rough aspects of the game, but it's still not perfect, that's for sure. So in that sense, it might be worth you playing it. The new paid DLC will be interesting, as this might take that extra step needed to make this a must play. We will have to see, and I really hope it doesn't let us down, because there's been quite a lot of hype for this, and hype can be a killer. But do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, I would love to see it. And if you would like to see my honest take on the Phantom Liberty expansion when it is released, just go ahead and like the video and comment down below, and I would love to make a video on that. And if you would like to see whether the Red Dead Redemption re-release on PS5 is worth playing or not, so you don't waste your damn money, just go ahead and click the card on screen to see that video. Thank you guys as always for watching, and have a great rest of your day.